The battle for Undisputed. Has Will Kennedy derailed Ash Habib's original vision? Introduction. A sim dream at risk. You can read this, and I'll just scroll down to make this video shorter. Just push pause, and you serious people are serious about the game. Background. Ash Habib's original vision. Ash Habib's early public statement sets the tone for Undisputed. An interview with Boxing Social. You can click on this, right? But it's in my on my browser, but you can type that in. Habib said the aim was to make Undisputed the NBA 2K of boxing on Steel City Interactive official Discord. Ash reiterated numerous times the game will be simulation first with an optional arcade setting for those who prefer a less realistic experience. Previous dev interviews, early trailers, highlighted mechanics like foot planning, stamina management, and realistic punch physics, elements essential for true simulation experience. Ash envisioned a boxing game that rewarded strategic, realistic boxing, not loose, fast-paced, high remnants of EA Sports' now defunct Fight Night series. The Will Kinsler effect, EA philosophy creeps in. Will Kinsler was brought into SCI to help with production, marketing, and the overall project structure. However, his hiring raised eyebrows in the community because of his EA background. A company notorious for prioritizing a mass market appeal over hardcore simulation. Since Kinsler's involvement, numerous ex-EA employees have reportedly been hired or consulted on Undisputed's development. Gameplay changes have surfaced that lean heavily into hybrid arcade sim approach, something Ash originally vowed to avoid. Public statements from SCI have grown vague about the game being strictly simulation focused. Community feedback pointed out unrealistic features. Loosened footwork, arcade-style stamina systems. Has something been brushed aside or minimized? Insight suggests that Kinsler has increasingly used his influence to push the EA hybrid gaming model, diluting Ash's initial commitment to pure simulation. Conflict of vision. Ash versus Kinsler. The main concern has Ash Habib lost control over his own creation. Although Ash remains the founder and the public figure associated with the project, some sources claim that internal leadership dynamics have shifted. It's not uncommon in development for high-profile hires to reshape the project's trajectory under the guise of making it more marketable or accessible. Ash's vision of boxing sim masterpiece could be trapped beneath layers of EA-style philosophy that he originally sought to avoid. Legal options. Can Ash take back control? Several potential legal venues could be explored depending on Ash's contractual rights and the Steel City's interactive internal structure, ownership and IP rights. If Ash maintains majority ownership or retains control of an undisputed IP, he could legally override creative decisions and remove any personnel, including Kinsler, who act against the original vision. Breach of contract. If Ash agreement with SCI investors stipulates adherence to a particular vision, a simulation-first boxing game, deviation led by Kinsler could be considered breach of contract, breach of fiduciary and duty. Board of shareholder intervention. If SCI has a board of directors or external investors, they could theoretically be convinced to support Ash's vision, and pressure for Kinsler removal based on concerns of brand damage or loss of public trust. Public and community pressure. Outside of strict legal options, overwhelming negative community feedback and organized public pressure campaigns could give Ash the leverage needed to reassert control. However, without access to SCI's private contracts, internal emails, and ownership and structures, the precise legal strategy remains speculative. What's at stake? What's at stake? The future of Undisputed. The boxing video game genre is starved for a true simulation. Undisputed was and still could be the breakout success fans have longed for. If the game fully leans into EA-style hybrid, it risks alienating the very community that made development possible. Through early access purchase, word-of-mouth marketing, relentless support. Conversely, if Ash can reclaim his intended vision, Undisputed could still become the standard bearer for boxing games, much like NBA 2K is for basketball. Conclusion, a fight worth fighting. Ash Habib's dream of simulation-first boxing game is not dead, but is clearly under threat. Whether through legal maneuvers, internal pressure, or public outcry, the future of Undisputed depends on whether SCI and Ash can wrest back control from corporate forces that prioritize profit over authenticity. Boxing fans could deserve the game they were promised, a true simulation masterpiece, not another watered-down EA-style hybrid. The final bell hasn't rung yet, but the clock is ticking. Saving Undisputed, how the boxing community can help Ash Habib reclaim his vision. Introduction from spectators to fighters. The future of Undisputed, once heralded as the NBA 2K of boxing, is precariously hanging in the balance. With Wilkins' influence steering the game toward an unwanted EA hybrid model, fans in the boxing game and community must act now if they want to preserve Ash Habib's original simulation first dream. History shows that organized, passionate fan bases can influence corporations and development teams, from the Snyder Cut of Justice League to resurrection of No Man's Sky. Consumers have proven that the voice and pressure matter. If you care about the future of boxing video games, here's what you can do. 1. Organize a public petition. Professionally worded petition hosted on credible platforms like change.org or Azaz could. Publicly call for return to Ash Habib's original simulation vision. Demand that Steel City Interactive clearly affirm the game's simulation first direction. Request a public roadmap outline simulation priorities over hybrid arcade changes. Key elements for the petition. Specific: preservation of sim gameplay, rejection of arcade mechanics creeping in, citation of Ash's original interviews and promises, professional and non-hostile tone to maintain legitimacy. Launch an open letter campaign. An open letter addressed to Steel City Interactive, Ash Habib, the Undisputed Development Team, could be circulated across Reddit, official SCI Discord servers, Twitter, Facebook, and gaming groups. Structure of the letter: respectful but firm. Outline the community concerns, a call to action for SCI to course correct. Support for Ash Habib personally, reinforcing the community believes in original vision. Example: open the letter draft below. Use the media and YouTubers in targeting future gamers and sports outlets that have covered Undisputed positively in the past, such as Boxing Social, Ring IQ, Boxing Talk, The Gaming Bible, Nerd Stash Gaming. Popular boxing gaming YouTubers, Coaches Corner, Boxing Fanaticals, send them tips or highlight concerns respectfully, pushing them to investigate or amplify the story. Encourage community hashtag campaigns. Create simple, powerful hashtags like Save Undisputed, Support Ash Habib, Sim First Undisputed, Real Boxing, Real Game. Promote these hashtags during key moments, trailer drops, gameplay reveals, beta updates, etc. Trending topics, even small-scale ones, get noticed by dev teams and media. Monitor and document changes. Players and fans should document gameplay changes that shift the game towards arcade or hybrid feel. Keep records of contradictions between early promise and later changes. Make side-by-side videos showing the difference if needed. If the community presents clear evidence of deviation from promises, it strengthens the public case enormously. Draft open letters to Steel City Interactive and Ash Habib, subject preserving the vision of Undisputed. Call from the boxing gaming community. Dear Ash Habib, Wilkins, Undisputed Development Team, a passionate fan who have supported Undisputed for the earliest years, we write to you with a deep respect and concern. When Ash Habib introduced Undisputed, formerly ESBC, he promised a true simulation boxing game, one that would be the 2K of boxing. Ash's commitment to realism first, with actual arcade modes for casual, ignited a fire among boxing enthusiasts around the world and got 1 million views. Today, however, we are alarmed by the growing trend toward by the hybrid arcade sim gameplay model, a shift that threatens to compromise the authenticity that made Undisputed special. We respectfully urge Steel City to Interactive to publicly reaffirm its commitment to simulation first experience to the Ash's original vision. Provide a clear, transparent gameplay roadmap that prioritizes realism, physics, strategy, and true-to-life boxing mechanics. Continue engaging directly with the core fan base that help Undisputed gain momentum and trust. We believe in the project. We believe in Ash Habib's vision, and we believe that Undisputed still has the potential to set the historic benchmark for sports gaming. We stand ready to support and uplift Steel City Interactive as it delivers the boxing simulation experience the world has been waiting for. Sincerely, the boxing gaming community. Closing thoughts: every fight needs fighters. Ash Habib started this journey with a bold vision. It's up to the fans, the real fighters outside the ring, to ensure that the vision survives. Corporate influence and commercial dilution. Organize, speak up, fight smart, stay respectful. The future of boxing video games depends on it. Petition template. Save Undisputed, support Ash Habib's vision for the first true simulation boxing game petition text. We, the boxing and gaming community, respectfully calls on Steel City Interactive to honor Ash Habib's original version for Undisputed, a true simulation first boxing video game. Ash Habib has been on record stating that Undisputed, formerly ESBC, was intended to become the NBA 2K of boxing, prioritizing realism, physics, authentic boxer movement, and strategy. Casual friendly arcade elements were always meant to be optional, not the core gameplay. However, recent moves with Steel City Interact suggest a shift towards a hybrid arcade simulation model, one that betrays the original promise made to fans and supporters. We respectfully request a public reaffirmation that Undisputed remains simulation first in gameplay design, transparency regarding any arcade style additions, ensuring that they remain optional. Continue community feedback, integration from simulation boxing community. We believe in Undisputed. We believe in Ash Habib's vision. We want the first true boxing simulation game to succeed, not compromise. Sign and support this petition to help save the future of real boxing gaming. Hashtag campaign strategy. Sample tweets, posts for Reddit, Discord, Twitter. Fellow boxing and gaming fans, clear Undisputed is beginning to drift away from Ash Habib's original simulation first toward a hybrid arcade model. We're launching a respectful, organized campaign to remind Steel City that fans want realism first, with casuals mode optional, just as Ash promised from day one. Discord message example. For SCI Community Discord or fan service campaign announcement, Save Undisputed, we're kicking off a respectful community campaign to support Ash Habib's original vision for Undisputed, a simulation-first boxing game. Ways to help: sign a petition, post the hashtags, share the video, stay respectful, but stay consistent. We fight smart. Let's make sure Undisputed stays the future of boxing gaming, not watered-down hybrid. Quick checklist: write petition, draft open letter, build hashtags campaign, draft social media posts. Right? This goes for you, Paroxys, and all you YouTubers that want to change the game, to be a more realistic boxing game. Post the idea: a boxing ring with half the ropes real and half cartoon, and showing the boxer stuck, confused between two worlds. Spotlight on Ash Habib standing at the center of the ring, symbolic, holding a blueprint, tilted simulation first vision. He promised us the 2K of boxing. Launch timeline, strategy, organized phase plan. This is what we can do as a community to change. Peace!